competitiveness in global market. To begin, I would like to invite Dr. Pravakar Sahoo, Program Director, ENM 1, to give us a brief walkthrough of the publication.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the release of Pre-Work Quarterly, the fourth quarter. We have completed 4 years, and I thank CEO sir and all of you for the continued support. This time, as usual, we are looking at the giving a snapshot of India's trade with the rest of the world for the fourth quarter, as well as we focus on the thematic issue, that is footwear and leather industries. It's a very labor-intensive industry. It employs 4.4 million workers and contributes 6 billion to the India's total exports. So let me just run through the India's trade. Here in fourth quarter, if we really look at year on year, there is a slight dip when it comes to India's exports, reaching $115 billion and imports $175 billion. Services exports rose 102 billion for the quarter, and it is increased by 14%, while imports is 48 billion. Overall, for the financial year 25, the total trade stands at 1.73 trillion with exports of 823 billion and imports of 908 billion. Combined trade deficit, it is the lowest among the fourth quarters, amounting $51.4 billion. The trade analysis, if we look at the compositions, more or less the compositions are dominated by the similar products. When it comes to exports, the leading exports are mineral fuels, electrical machinery, nuclear reactors. There are some exceptions, like electrical machinery we have done exceptionally well, having 38% growth rate. Whereas the mineral fuels, it has gone down by 37%. Articles of apparel and clothing accessories enter the top 10 exports categories, replacing aircraft and spacecraft parts. When it comes to the composition of the imports, the leading imports are almost the same: mineral fuels, electrical machinery, pulse and nuclear reactors. What we see that imports increased in inorganic chemicals by a huge percentage, that is 82%, and nuclear reactors by 18%. Imports decline in couple of products, that is mineral fuels, aircraft and spacecrafts. If we look at the destination for India's exports and also sourcing of imports, we find that there is a substantial increase in exports to the US by 27%, whereas there is a dip in India's exports to UAE, Netherlands, UK, China and Singapore. In case of imports, there is substantial increase of imports from UAE, that is because of the gold, and also from China because of electronics imports. Imports from China, Russia, UAE, US, Iraq, Saudi Arabia and Singapore grows. India's merchandise exports presence globally. Here we are trying to give a demand and supply when it comes to the composition of world's imports. What we find, this table you would find that India's exports actually focused on less number of products. For example, India having less than 1% share, and the number of products actually falling under that is 4,342, and these 4,342 are having a share of 62%. So out of 62% of world's total imports, we have only share that is close to just 0.2%. And this 0.2% had a share that is 8% of India's total exports. So 8% of India's total exports are coming from 66% of world imports, and we are getting 92% of India's exports from 34% of world's imports. So there is mismatch of priorities. I think there is huge opportunity for India to capitalize, particularly the 66% of products.